All right, welcome back to week one, day two of SLP. All right, welcome to the Reds team. All right, if you're not part of the Reds team, you went to the wrong video. Okay, the fourth grade Reds team, that is. Okay, so model problem is 32 times 3. But before we do that, we need to go over the exit ticket, don't we? Okay. The exit ticket question from yesterday was 50 times 6. Now, I'm going to tell you a little secret. I'm pre-recording these videos, so I don't know your results right now. Okay? So we have 50 times 6. So first off, 6 times 0 equals 0. What's 6 times 5? Well, I could do my 6 times tables over here. 6 times 1, 6 times 2, 6 times 3, 6 times 4, 6 times 5, 6 times, well, I don't have to go 6 times 6. I'll just stop at 6 times 5. 6 times 1 is 6. 6 times 2 is 12. That's another 6. Okay, 6 times 3 is 18. 6 times 4 equals 24. And 6 times 5 is 30. All right? So, therefore, 6 times 5 is 30. Therefore, giving me an answer of 300 as my exit ticket answer. So, that, hopefully, maybe you made a mistake and you're able to look back at your work here and figure out where and why you didn't get 300. Moving on to the model problem for today, it's still a 2-digit problem times a 1-digit problem, but now there's a digit other than 0 in the ones place of the 2-digit. So, same concept as yesterday, but now we're not multiplying the single digit by 0 anymore. 32 times 3. So now I'm going to write my 3 times tables. 3 times 1, 3 times 2, and 3 times 3. I'll get 3, 6, and 9. 3 times 2 equals 6. 3 times 3 equals 9, giving me the answer of 96, which you obviously see in your packet. Right? So, but that's how I got to 96. Now let's move on to number 2. Same process, same strategy as yesterday, just an extra step, all right? Compared to, if that was a 0, I'd do 3 times 0, all right? But that's a 2, so I'm doing 3 times 2 first. Then I'm doing 3 times 3. So over here, I'm going to do 43 times 4. 4 times 3 first, then I'll do 4 times 4. So go ahead, let's hit the pause button and solve that problem on your own now. So I wrote out my 4 times tables, all the way up to 4 times 4. So 4 times 1 equals 4, 4 times 2 equals 8, 4 times 3 equals 12, 4 times 4 equals 16. So for starters, it's 4 times 3, which will give me 12. I hope you remembered you have to carry that 1 over, right? Up above the 4 here, above the tens place. Because 1 and 2 at 12, that's the 12. Then I'm going to do 4 times 4 equals 16, right? Plus that 1 up there, which gives you 17, giving me an answer of 172. So we hadn't, in the model problem, had to carry over. So this was our first time having to carry over. And maybe you remembered having to do that in the previous past, so you did it. Or maybe you completely forgot. But that's what we're here doing. We're practicing, helping you remember how to work through these problems. Especially when it comes to I have to carry over or regroup. That's how I regroup. Okay? So the answer for number 2 is 172. Let's go to number 3 now. And there will be some regrouping here. Okay, just like in number 2. All right, 27 times 9. go ahead, hit the pause button, and solve that problem. All right, 27 times 9. So I wrote down my 9 times tables all the way up to 9 times 7, because I have 9 times 7 and 9 times 2. So 9s are a bit tricky. But if you write them down, they actually are pretty easy. And you might have heard this trick before, but if you look at the ones place, all right, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, okay? If you look at the tens place, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There's a bit of a pattern there, isn't there? Okay? So 9 times 1 is 9, 9 times 2 is 18, 9 times 3 is 27. 9 times 4 is 36, 9 times 5 is 45, 9 times 6 is 54, 9 times 7 is 63. The other 9s trick, okay, besides using you might know your fingers are 1 too, is if you were to take both digits, the 1 and the 8, and you add them up, you got a 9. 2 plus 7 equals 9. 3 plus 6 equals 9. 4 plus 5 equals 9. 5 plus 4 equals 9. And 6 plus 3 equals 9. Little trick there. So if you accidentally came up with 62 here, and you use that trick, 6 plus 2 gives you 8. Ah, it can't be 62. So, great way to check yourself there. And a very common mistake that's going to happen is incorrect 9 times tables. So we start off with 9 times 7 equals 63. Bring the 3 down, carry the 6. 9 times 2 equals 18, plus 6 is 24, giving me the answer of 243. All right, let's move on to number 4. 36 times 7. So go ahead, hit that pause button, and solve that on your own. All right, so I wrote down my 7 times tables here, all up to 7 times 6, because 7 times 6 and 7 times 3. Okay, 7 times 6 is the highest I have to go. So I received 42 as an answer when I did 7 times 6. So 2 comes down here, and the 4 gets regrouped. All right, now we have 7 times 3, which gives me 21, plus that 4, don't forget about that 4, gives you 25, giving you a solution of 252. Now, if you're making mistakes, look back, think, is my mistake a regrouping mistake? Is my mistake a multiplication mistake? Or is there another mistake somewhere else that Mr. Brisson hasn't mentioned yet? Okay, I only mention those two because those are the two most common mistakes. All right. If it's another mistake, that's where the Zoom videos or Zoom live sessions are really helpful, because I can then maybe work you through it and help you out. But other than that, those are the two most common mistakes, is the regrouping here and the multiplication. So hopefully, if you're making a mistake, it's one of those two mistakes. So let's move on to our exit ticket. So as you've been doing already, you've been doing your work here in the packet, okay? And then now I want you to do your work for the exit ticket, 58 times 6. Then go to Google Form for today, week 1, day 2, and submit your Google Form exit ticket answer. And we'll go over it tomorrow. Thanks for your participation today, boys and girls, and we will see you tomorrow.